I'm just going to hit you with one poem. It's going to be furious and angry, so sorry about that in advance. If this is the end. They dropped a £500 US-made laser-guided bomb on a funeral procession. And while we pay upper-class politicians all of our attention, and our Prime Minister grovels to Israel, and that is just a history lesson, because there's loads of money in killing since the days of Smith and Wesson. And as Joe Strummer says, in these days of evil presidentes, it is evil that stays when the good have nothing to say. And when the day-to-day grind makes you work, rest and fade, then you know there's no way you're going to make the grade. And you can't avoid the suggestion. Progression is linked to aggression. From a parliament in session, for a war of oppression, to census secession and senses to lessen. And I get the impression a financial obsession has led us to a nearly 20-year recession. And we must learn this lesson. There's no digression, there will be no discretion. There will be no confession, no room for concession. When it's a profession to cause deep depression, that suppression of expression will lessen our civilization. Because to be progressive is to be labelled woke, and the desire to change evaporates like smoke. While politicians treat it all like a joke, and we still need to eat so we can't throw off the yoke. And I know times are hard, but we're all more broke. What more will it take before we're provoked? What more fuel for the fire that's there to be stoked? And I know it's more grey than it is black and white. And there will be more darkness before there comes light. But we can have faith that we can separate the wrong from the right, and to progress to the dawn, it's the night we must fight. But how can we move forward? How can we change? How do you rearrange an establishment so resistant to change? What can you do on a day-to-day basis? You can't progress in a vacuum locked into stasis. You got to stand up in rooms, you got to be courageous. You got to take part in debates, because revolution ain't faceless. You got to change things up, put yourself through your paces. Talk to your neighbours, talk to their faces. Develop yourself through creative phases and do your hard work, run your own races. Put your own boots on, do up your own laces. And make your own moves in your own groove. Face up to truths like you've something to prove, and you'll find opportunities will find you. But don't forget who put their faith into you, helped you to come through. Don't put up that ladder behind you. Make art for art's sake, not to turn a profit. Don't be a fake and don't act like a prophet. Don't be a piss take, but it's great if you can make a bit of cash off it. But take care of you and love your friends too. Because the balance is to care about others as well. And it's a fundamental truth, look around you for proof. Sometimes you'll be tempted your soul to sell. Because I've got kids to feed and there's others in need. And it makes me feel guilty to not do much more. But all I've got is this greed, and God knows I don't want to lead, but I've got this yearning right here in my core. To change not just myself, but society itself. Though you could say I should have grown out of this phase. But take a look at the health of the state and its wealth. It's been unfairly divided since the start of its days. But what can we do when it's just me and you, raging against this machine like a team? And maybe my view ain't accrued with the national mood, or at least with those who pulled the levers, stood behind the scenes, creating divides and drawing the lines between you and me, between us and them, between them and us, between us and them, between them and us, between us and them, between them and us, between the backseat of a Bentley and the backseat of a bus, between those who resent, those who present an alternative to how it's set up. Between those who are sent to sow discord and dissent, and those who just struggle to get up. Between disposable income and increasing debt, between those who will come and those who are left. Between those who have leisure for tweeting, and those who have to choose between heating and eating. Between hereditary landowners and the call centre phoners, and the 3 homeowners and the living aloners, and those sat on streets soaking wet. Because from the top of the class to the top of the tower, those with the power increase it by the hour. At the cost of your labour, this shower will sell you any old tat. You think a vote can change that? Now mate, look at the past, it's clear to be seen. Progress is made on the streets, not the screen. Look at Che, look at Lenin, look at Dessalines. Look at Dr. King, look at Lynch, look at all those before you who have been. Because divide and conquer, in that they trust. They just blame the other for causing the rust. They want to blame them in small boats and not fat cats. They want to blame council houses and not penthouse flats. They want to blame unions and not CEOs. They want you to blame your neighbour and not all of those at the top of the system not facing resistance, cause your existence, that's a commodity to be bought. Because if something is free, and it seems too good to be true, then my friends, you must be taught that through no misconduct and this you can't obstruct. In that case, you are the product. And if you don't like that, well, you can get fucked. Because to bring change to this nation, first change your situation. Be strong in your convictions, but allow fluctuations. Allow your opinion to be moved. You can progress society. Think of yourself highly. Treat others politely and forecast things brightly. Don't berate or degrade to improve. Because to make any change for the place that you're in, you need to consider where you've been and where you are going and what you are doing, because true change, that comes from within. Always be patient and positively. Approach life with love and humility. Treat others kindly with love and go lightly. Be the best version of you can be. And come the day break, we can start to make something real, not fake, and break those chains keeping us down. Not I, but we. Through community, and I can foresee we all have the ability to progress our own story. Thank you.